Hello kids, welcome to thekidstales.com. Let us hear the story about the elves and the shoemaker. Once upon a time, there lived a kind shoemaker and his wife. They were very poor and did not have any money to buy food. They only had some material left to make one last pair of shoes. Seeing this, the shoemaker started crying in despair. What will we do now? We have no money, no food, and no more materials as well. The sad wife tried to cheer the shoemaker. Smiling, she said, "Don't worry so much. Everything will be all right. With this material, you can stitch the last pair of shoes tomorrow. Let's go and sleep now." Luckily, 4 little elves were overhearing them. They felt sorry for the kind shoemaker and his wife. Together, they decided to help them. The little elves sneaked into the house through the window. They took the material and soon began cutting, sewing, and decorating it. Before morning, they made the most beautiful pair of shoes. As soon as they finished the work, they flew away. In the morning, when the shoemaker and his wife saw this, they were amazed. "Wow! Who made this beautiful pair of shoes? They are lovely." That day, a merchant saw those shoes in the shoemaker's shop. He immediately bought them and gave money for 2 more pairs of shoes. That night too, the shoemaker left the material on the table before going to bed. At night, the elves returned and made 2 beautiful pairs of shoes and flew away before sunrise. For the next few days, every morning, there were lovely shoes that the elves had made. The shoemaker and his wife were puzzled. Who is helping us by making these beautiful shoes? We must thank them for their kindness, said the shoemaker. That night, they decided to stay awake and hide behind the door to find out who was making shoes for them. As they waited, they saw 4 little elves flying into the room. The elves were laughing, singing, and quickly they stitched beautiful shoes. The shoemaker and his wife were surprised to see the elves. "These little elves have helped us so much. We must give them something in return," said the shoemaker. "That's a great idea," exclaimed his wife. That night, when the elves came, they were surprised to see that there were no shoes to make. Instead, they were thrilled to see there were new little clothes and shoes and delicious food for them. They danced and sang in happiness and then flew away, never to return. The shoemaker and his wife never forgot the kind elves who had helped them in their time of need. So kids, we must be thankful for all the people who help us, and we must also try to help others when they need it. Hope you enjoyed the story.